Hey everyone, in today's video, I'm going to show you some tips and tricks to teach in a secure and effective Zoom classroom. In today's video, I'm going to show you a few quick tricks that you can use in your Zoom classroom, and I'm very excited to show you some of the security updates that Zoom has added that now allow you to keep your students safe in just a couple of clicks. So one of the things that you'll notice in Zoom is that on the bottom, as the host, you have a security tab. And when you click on that, it gives you several options. So as an educator, you can just quickly lock your meeting. So if you notice that all of your students are in the session and you want to make sure that nobody from outside can get in, you can simply click lock meeting, and you've now locked the meeting so nobody else can join. And if you decide that you want to open it up so somebody else can get in, you can simply go right back down and click lock meeting. Another thing that you have quick access to is the enable waiting room. And I highly recommend that every teacher do this, because what the waiting room does is it creates a separate place for students to enter before they're in your actual session. And I will show you what that looks like in a second, but essentially it will require you as an educator to approve anybody trying to come into your room so that you don't have to worry about somebody outside of your class getting in without your permission. So I just invited myself using a different email address, and now you'll see that as the host, I can see that one person is waiting, and I have the option to either admit that person or remove. So let's admit them in. And now that they're in, I have a couple different options. I can decide if I want to remove them, or if I didn't want to kick them out completely, I just want to remove them for a little while, I can put them back in the waiting room. And then I can admit them back in when I want to. So if there's a student that is doing something, or you need to remove somebody for whatever reason, and you want them to be able to come back in, you can just put them back in the waiting room and then decide if you want to admit them, or you can decide to just remove them completely and they won't be allowed back in. And if you decide to remove them, it will give you the warning that if you remove them, they will not be able to rejoin, and you can select OK, and now that person won't be allowed back in. So the next thing is, if you go down to the security, you as the host have the ability to decide what the participants are able to do. So if you wanted to make sure that students weren't able to do anything that might disrupt your instruction, like sharing their screen or chatting with one another, you can easily select share screen. And once you uncheck that box, students will no longer be able to share their screens. And if you want to make sure that they couldn't chat, you can also unlock that so that they can't talk to each other. And if you are having the problem where students are renaming themselves to funny things, you can also unselect that, and students will no longer be able to rename themselves. And again, a good practice is, if you as a teacher are giving instruction, you might want to turn these off, especially the share screen. And then if you decide you want students to show you their screens, you can turn it on. And then once that segment of your class is finished, you can turn it back off again, and they won't be allowed to anymore. Another tool that teachers find really useful in a classroom is on the bottom, there's a little emoji with the plus sign. It says reactions underneath. And this allows your students to communicate with you in a nonverbal way. And I'll show you what that looks like. So I could say, does everybody understand? And then the people in the room can give the thumbs up, and you'll see the thumbs up appear next to their pictures, so you can make sure that everybody understands. And there's also hands together clapping. So teachers can find that really useful, because you can keep everybody muted and get instant feedback as you're instructing. I absolutely love that Zoom has made these security options easy to use and easy to find, because as educators teaching in an online environment, there are so many other things that we need to be thinking about and paying attention to, that now securing your classroom can be done in only a few clicks. If anybody out there has any questions or needs help setting this up, please feel free to reach out to me. You can leave a comment in the comment section below, or reach out to me on Twitter @DanSpada. If you know a teacher that might find these useful, please feel free to share this. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.